from Avatar, who's made out of pure muscle and gray hair.
I never sat through the atrocity.
I know, but you watch the preview all the time.
If you got through the first act, you saw him. He's the freaking military general. So for a 60-year-old man who is...
knows his name.
Fuck up.
Look, I didn't pay attention to that movie. It was so bad that I just tried to erase it from my memory.
It was bad. He was in that Conan the Barbarian movie that came out a few years ago with Jason Momoa.
I did not like The Last Airbender.
Not the Airbender. Oh, no. I was saying Avatar. You said you weren't.
It's an Avatar, not The Last Airbender.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Last Airbender.
I thought you said No.
No, I said Avatar. For only Smurf cats.
Oh, I know that guy.
No, yeah. It took me forever to finally watch that movie, though. It was this year I finally saw it for the first time.
It's a decent movie.
What, Avatar?
Avatar, yeah. Fuck yeah.
The problem is it's a decent movie. It's got the following of, like, Star Wars and Star Trek combined almost, it seems like. It really doesn't deserve it.
It has the potential Stephen Lang.
Oh, that guy.
Bingo.
Yeah. So
he pretty much could play Cable, and I've said it because he's got the fucking physique to pull it off. But I think there's other actors I'd like to see instead. I'd like to see.
You have to find somebody who's like 60 years old and is muscular as shit.
Ron Perlman.
I think Ron Perlman would be a better banter with Ryan Reynolds. Honestly, I think him and Ryan.
How dare you? Ron Perlman is not the best choice, but I can't argue against Ron Perlman on the grounds that it's Ron fucking Perlman.
I love that guy.
But
it's because he's Ron Perlman.
I know.
I honestly think that probably has already approached Ron Perlman, and he's just like, no, I doubt.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to High Class Geek, who's unfriendly neighborhood geekazoid Evan Ransom. As you can tell, I am joined by everyone's favorite adorable geek couple, Jixie.
Hello.
Yeah. Before we get into that, what's everybody seen so far this week? How's your journey into Supernatural, Pixie?
She's been watching Weeds because we stopped watching almost everything else.
Well, that's only because Netflix hasn't put up season 11 yet.
Correct.
That's very correct. She's waiting.
I'm just
guessing she's done with the anime.
No, I didn't watch all of that. I keep forgetting about that.
It's because Jensen Ackles doesn't do the voice until the last 2 episodes, isn't it?
I mean, I've seen the first 2. That's it. The last episode I remember is where it was redoing the scene of they were trying to help this woman realize you're a ghost, you're dead, you're haunting a highway. Stop.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but since the last time we've met, I seen Suicide Squad.
We saw that.
We did watch
Loved it, but I have to admit all the criticisms are true.
I hate to tell you, I did not love... there was a couple things that I actually appreciated about it, but I fucking hate it.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. And saying like is being very generous.
I feel like the 3 of us have just perfectly summed up how everybody feels about the movie.
I'm trying not to bite my tongue off while trying to bite my tongue about some of the shit I want to say about that movie.
It's on my list of movies that I love but will never defend because, critically speaking, all the naysayers are right. It's like 2 different movies fighting for attention constantly.
Dude, I'm having like the hardest fucking trigger finger or itchy trigger finger while you're on Facebook and you hear people like blasting positive reviews for the fucking movie, and you're just like, you're a fucking idiot. You know, especially when we'll get to this later on probably.
Just imagine
Halloween. I don't want to go into how I feel about the Joker. So
wait till Halloween.
I'll say this though, it's like I love it, but that's because when I saw it, I was in like the pitch perfect mindset. I had a huge this movie wise has been a very disappointing summer.
Yeah.
I am desperate for anything good coming from the DC Cinematic Universe.
Well, right now I think the only thing that we can look forward to this summer is Sausage Party.
Which I saw.
Well, we haven't
seen it, so.
We
really want to.
It is glorious.
Yeah.
I figured it would be.
Yeah.
It's even more hilarious to me because I work in a grocery store.
It'd be hilarious to me just because I'm a cook.
And
I used to work at a grocery store, so I'm sure I'll
This movie will offend everyone.
Perfect.
Yay!
Especially when they get to the atheist moral at the end of it. And oh god, I just need to watch it again during a matinee. I want to see the parents who are dumb enough to bring their kids. They're always there. That's special entertainment. And also, I saw Pete's Dragon.
How was
really?
that?
How was that?
So far, August is the best month we've had this summer for movies.
Now, were you a fan of the original?
Yes.
Okay.
I love that Cartoon Dragon.
I love all the old classics. My favorites.
Yeah, but
live action classics that they did way back in the.
I'm not gonna lie. I cried.
Oh, did you? And
yeah, there were tears.
Hey, I still cried when Mufasa dies.
Partially it's because I was like, it's Pete's Dragon, and they're doing it right, they're doing it justice, but also it's because the little boy is so good.
Right.
Anything this boy feels, you feel. This is like next level. This is next level shit with his acting. It's amazing, considering the part he had to play. That's like a real challenge for a kid his age. He was. Wow.
We'll have to see that.
Okay. We'll going into the stories now. Tonight's episode, WB's Got Mail. Guess what our main story is?
Does it have to do with Arrow?
No.
Or like all the other shows that they're going to be launching on the WB?
No. Have you not? I put this on the thread. How do you not know about this?
The TV one I don't look at as much
Which
as I look
one?
Not TV one. I think I put this in the movie one. But no, the email that the CEO of Warner Brothers got. Remember, WB is short for Warner Brothers. It doesn't necessarily mean the TV station.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, wait. Alleged one of the employee inside the studio.
Yeah. Did
What?
you not hear about do you not know about the email?
Okay, I'll read it now. Go ahead and inform everyone else.
I did not see that.
Oh, I put this up, I think, either yesterday or the day before that. Yeah, I saw this. I not only posted this up on one of the source threads, I also put this up on my own page because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next. A former employee sent an open email to, I think, CEO or president of Warner Brothers, Kevin Tsujihara, basically going into detail about how he has been screwing up. Like how he's basically been pushing hard all these, what are essentially flops for the company, how they have made a mess of the DC Cinematic Universe, and this is all from a former employee who says that when she left there, it was after she spent, I think, roughly a year scared out of her mind she was going to lose her job because they had laid off or straight up fired 10% of their employees thanks to their failures, and then sent them a memo when they were done doing so, saying that it's not the fault of guys like, say, Zack Snyder, who keep giving them flops and giving them being the freaking skewering child of critics, but because of the employees at the bottom levels that aren't supporting them enough. Remember, Zack Snyder, the guy who said it's okay to prison rape Batman, who gave us a Superman movie that had less color than Citizen Kane. And she's got a point. The response to him delivering 2 superhero movies, which were critical failures and are still being derided by film critics and fans, and people want a good, decent movie everywhere, his punishment was they gave him Justice League. He is the living embodiment of what Kevin Smith called failing upwards. And apparently this was an email she started a year ago but held off because she had hope for Suicide Squad. But she's in Jay's camp about Suicide Squad, and that was the last straw. And this was an open email for everybody to read.
Yeah.
You remember when this happened to Sony last year?
That's pretty brutal. Because I'm reading the email right now, or what they published of it. It's pretty cutthroat. Especially when they labeled out, all the bombs that came out, Adam Sandler's Blended, Clint Eastwood's Jersey Boys, failures, then pursued on to potentials of The Edge of Tomorrow, which bombed. Then they go on to try and save everything with Man from U.N.C.L.E. Then they dug into the Hobbit trilogy, but then only came out with a Joker.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. was one of the movies like Edge of Tomorrow. that they should have given support to but didn't.
Exactly.
That basically they're burying their good movies that people will like so they can put all of their marketing power and money towards movies that are at best a mess. And pointing out how this has led to financial losses, which caused a 10% decrease in jobs at Warner Brothers.
Well, at the rate they're going, there might not be a Warner Brothers before too long.
Well, I'm kind of curious because she's calling out the head of Warner Brothers himself. And remember, he's not like the owner of the company or anything. He can be fired.
Yeah.
And now, his head is on the public pike because of this. She has literally put a name to everything that people hate about, if not even just Warner Brothers itself, the DC Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
That dude's probably fucking hating life right now.
Yeah, DC,
Like, seriously.
And the sad thing is, DC has some decent characters, but their entire shit's fucked up. And what's really killing me is the whole Rock thing,
Oh, him as,
I like The Rock, and now that he's signed on for DC, I'm just like...
Well, I'm happy with the fact that he's apparently got a say creatively in what's going on with the Captain Marvel movie, or Shazam, I should say. Remember, he's not playing Captain Marvel. He's playing the villain. He's Black Adam.
You play a DC character to kill your career. Or you leave and finally become something better. You cannot be a successful DC character.
Sure you can. It's working out for Ben Affleck.
Michael Keaton was the only one.
Gal Gadot. Will Smith seems to be doing pretty good by it. It's also working out for that guy who plays Green Arrow on Arrow.
Stephen
And there are people who are still, and even though...
I do love that show, man.
Yeah. And even though Ezra Miller seems to be doing a good job so far, everyone's like, why didn't you just hire Brent Gustin since he's already the Flash to play your Flash?
I think they need to let their fans in more to it.
Oh, Ezra Miller has actually said that it looks like he's hinted that his movie might actually have a crossover with Grant Gustin's
I read the
Flash.
same article. That one was a good one. I think that would be...
Anywho, man, we have spent a long time on this subject. Okay, movie news. For those gamers who are into this, there is a movie coming out based off of The Division. We know it's happening because Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain are signed on, and you don't sign them on unless you're making the fucking movie. I think it's an FPS. I'm not an FPS person.
Oh.
I
I don't care for first-person shooters.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story, gave us 2 debuts. They introduced the new U-Wing, because God knows you Star Wars people love your ships. Also, we got a new trailer, which revealed that a certain character will be showing up at some point in the film.
I wonder which one that would be.
The one with the heavy breathing problem. And sounds a lot like James Earl Jones.
Hey.
It is confirmed that Man of Steel, the sequel to Man of Steel, is actively in development.
Good.
Remember, Jeff Johns is in charge now, so I like to think his first edict was, let's do another Superman movie. Step 1, no Zack Snyder.
Well, no, my whole deal is like they left the last Superman, Batman. I'm hoping they're going to finish it and do the original, Superman Lives storyline. I think that would be cool. Showcase.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be in Justice League, and they're doing that one first, so.
Right, but he's not going to be there until the end of that one, probably.
Probably, but I mean, here's the thing. Here's my thing about the DC Cinematic Universe.
They've got one chance.
They can fix it still. It's damaged, not broken.
Right, but they've got to start something, because right now it's just like every time they put out something, it's just like fucking take another piece down. Jesus.
I have 2 suggestions for this Man of Steel sequel. Color, and for the love of God, let the man smile. Because when I look at the scenes I like, my favorite scenes are when he flies for the first time, because he's got that huge grin on his face. When he gets to the bathtub with Lois, because he actually smiles again. And even though it's not a smiling scene, that bit in Batman v Superman where he asked if Wonder Woman's with him because he actually is showing him making a joke.
That's because he wants to feel normal, but I like the fact when he dies and he comes back and he realizes that he's never going to be normal. But
let's talk about good things from our childhood that we like Transformers.
Definitely.
More specifically, that this is the 30th anniversary of Transformers the movie, and the whole new Blu-ray release is coming as a result. Let's try not to think about the fact that the next Michael Bay movie has Hot Rod in it, and that is a sign we might have to deal with Rodimus Prime again. Also, the Lost Boys from Hook had a reunion photo shoot for the 25th anniversary of that movie.
That was awesome.
In costume.
That was cool.
Let's see. Oh, and Chronicles of Narnia is coming back. It's confirmed. The Silver Chair will be out in theaters in a year or two.
I saw the first one and then never saw another one.
Well, the first one was the best of them. The second one was okay. The third one was much better. Let's see, we're getting an Ocean's 8. The spin-off of Ocean's 11 with a primarily female cast because Ghostbusters went over so well.
Oh, did it though? Oh man, it did so well.
Still haven't seen it.
Well, the big difference is I don't think people love Ocean's 11 as much as they love Ghostbusters.
Oh wait, didn't they take $100 million loss in that film?
I heard they've made it back.
Which one? There was 3.
No, Ghostbusters, the new one. I heard.
Oh, $70 million is what I heard.
What?
$70 million loss.
70? Oh, well.
I'm sure they would have been able to recoup that if it wasn't banned in China. A lot of box office money is coming from China now. China can actually make a movie a success in America.
Well.
And finally,
Oh.
as we know, the next spin-off Star Wars movie between episodes will be the Han Solo film, and it's been confirmed that they are in fact looking for a young Lando Calrissian. Get out your Colt 45 black actors. It's time to try out for the role you've been waiting for.
Please tell me you've read that they're looking at Donald Glover for that part.
I'm okay with that.
I think it would be hilarious, and I know he would die to do it.
It's like, I'm good.
I want to see like the behind-the-scenes clips where he like totally loses his character, and he's just like, "Baby, I'm gonna slip you into a nice salsa right now."
I just want that to be the audition tape. Is everyone's got to try to sell the producers a can of Colt 45.
Waiting for you.
It's like, if you don't have the smoothness, you're not getting this job. Also, you need to look good in a blue cape.
I want you to meet little Billy D. Williams. He's in my pants.
So what makes you think you're qualified? Well, I was the district attorney for Gotham City before I got replaced by Tommy Lee Jones. Television news. Yes, we'll be talking about the CW in a bit. But first, Powers has been canceled.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What was canceled?
Powers, the PlayStation's first attempt at original television series based off of the comic book about cops who have to investigate crimes involving superpowered beings. The comic was really, really good back in the day. It's still pretty good, but not as good as it used to be. It's kind of strayed from its premise, like, majorly. It's kind of like what Gotham should be. If you focus on the cop part, you get something good. When you stray from the cop part, I think you forgot what you were making. But that's me.
Without all the cool stuff.
Stephen Moffat, soon to be former head writer for Doctor Who, has confirmed that not only will Peter Capaldi has confirmed that Peter Capaldi is going to continue playing the part for at least 2 more seasons. Not just Stephen Moffat's final season, but continue after that. Which is good for me because I like the guy. I like a mean cantankerous Scottish doctor. Okay. Let's see. We may get a live-action Star Wars series on ABC.
Yeah, I've read about that.
Yeah, well, they're saying this is on the table, so nothing confirmed yet. Now for the bit I know you two have been waiting for.
Okay.
We got a Luke Cage trailer, motherfuckers!
Yes, that one was actually pretty awesome. See, I'm willing to watch that show. It looks more entertaining.
I think we still need to finish try to finish the
I
first
mean,
season
okay,
of
yeah.
Jessica Jones.
I should
first.
probably try and finish Jessica Jones, but I just got so...
Okay? I heard some of the music. I heard some of that soundtrack. Take my fucking money!
Yeah, no.
I'm not kidding. I want the soundtrack now. Damn it, Netflix soundtracks are getting good. Have you guys heard the soundtrack to Stranger Things?
Yes, love that show.
I swear to God, I just want to get the soundtrack to that and Luke Cage, just like mix them together, put them on repeat, constant shuffle. That will be my soundtrack for the next year. Okay, that and the Suicide Squad soundtrack, because the music was good. I bring this up, this next bit, because I've been waiting for this. The Flash is finally going to have Mirror Master. Sorry, you have no idea how much I love the Rogues, okay? And I've been waiting for a Mirror Master. Okay? Especially considering how good a job they did with Captain Cold. I really wanted a Mirror Master. It took 3 fucking seasons. I am getting a Mirror Master.
I'm more excited about the relaunch of Captain Power.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you? Also in DC TV news, Kevin Smith will be directing an episode of Supergirl.
Oh, dear God.
Well, now I really have to catch up on that. Oh, he said he almost cried when he saw the title. And it was clearly an episode they wrote and made just for him. The title is Supergirl Lives.
Oh, so he's going to actually get to play out his story as a Supergirl story? Are you...
No, that's the title. I don't think they have access to a script so they can redo that story.
Everybody has access to that script. You can go online right now.
I will say this. If there's ever a place for a gay robot, it's Supergirl. Also, casting news.
Gay robot.
Casting news. Guys, I'm going to blow your minds away with this casting news.
Oh, better.
Playing the new god Obsidian on Legends of Tomorrow will... No, he's not a new god. I forgot. He's the son of Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern. Obsidian on Legends of Tomorrow, Lance motherfucking Henriksen. You want to hear something even more awesome and impressive than that for our generation?
Sure.
They have confirmed an actor. I haven't checked to see what his part is yet. They have confirmed this actor will be in the upcoming season of Arrow. Dolph fucking Lundgren.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, who the fuck would they get him to play?
I don't care. I'm just happy he's there. The only way this could get better is if they get Roddy Rowdy Piper to come out of his grave to star in a role, and he wrote all of his lines.
Okay, yes, I would totally agree with that. 110%. Always got time for the pipe, man.
In Star Trek news, because why would a guy like me be keeping track of? I'm halfway through season 5 of DS9.
Good for you.
Every time I watch another episode of DS9, I get happy because it's so good, and then I remember I'm getting closer and closer to Voyager.
Oh.
My only respite is that I have included in my Star Trek watching, even though it's technically not Star Trek at some point, Galaxy Quest. It'll be my savior. It will be my hero, baby. I just know it's Voyager 7 seasons of being touched in a bad, bad place. Anyway, so we now know that Star Trek Discovery, at least the first season, will be taking place 10 years before the original series. The main character will be female. She'll be a lieutenant commander. The captain will be Klingon.
Ooh.
There will be an openly gay character in there.
Of course.
And it looks like they're looking for mostly alien characters.
Are we going to get any, like, aliens transgender? We want to totally cross all borders here.
You know what would be nice? I'm actually reading the New Frontier series of novels, since that's a crew made just for the novels. Yeah. And they actually have a character in there who's both male and female. And I'm like, we should have more of that.
Progression.
And also, apparently, Brian Fuller, the showrunner, is having a lot of fun with the fact that because this is an online access series, they're not held by normal television standards and practices. For those who forget, the last time Brian Fuller had a show, it was Hannibal. Think what he was able to do under standards and practices. Then think he's not held down by that anymore. And he's on Star Trek. That show will boldly go where Gene Roddenberry had never gone before. God, I say that like he's a gerbil. Also, Rocco's Modern Life is going to have a TV movie.
Yeah, I read that article and what?
Hey, I want it back. I want my... Okay, how can I put this to those who don't know? Rocco's Modern Life is the original Sausage Party.
Right.
I freaking adore Rocco's Modern Life.
I love the fact that they marketed it for kids, but it was clearly an adult show.
Oh, yeah. A lot of cartoons.
We're not the Chunky Chicken. His job was a phone sex operator.
I know.
It's like somebody, they looked at that scene from Rugrats where Tommy kept taking his clothes off when we saw Lil naked for the first time. He's about to ask a question, and just like, we could do that for an entire series. Anyway, video game news. For those who've been waiting for it to come to next-gen consoles, Resident Evil 4 will be coming to the Xbox One and PS4 on the 30th of this month. Also known as the last definitively good Resident Evil game.
I saw a lot of gameplay videos for it. It looks decent, but they try to bring back that horror aspect from like the first ones and stuff like that.
Oh, no. It's pretty horrifying. I never finished it. The best way to play it, I suggest, honestly, is on the Wii. It works better with that aiming system they have. Because anybody who's ever tried to like do the aiming thing with a freaking joystick knows how much of a pain in the ass that is.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Metroid 2. Fans have remade the game for the 30th anniversary, which is this year. Got a lot of 30th anniversaries this year. The people in charge of the Hitman reboot, which is being done in episodic fashion, kind of like how the Telltale games are doing it. Actually, I think it is a Telltale game. So they think they have 3 seasons in the franchise right now. I know that makes Jay happy. Bethesda has hinted that we may be getting sequels to the games The Evil Within and Rage. And finally, Pokewatch 2016 continues. Now the Pentagon is involved. Yes, the U.S. Department of Defense is looking into Pokemon and the possible, spy allegations. Once again, the U.S. Department of Defense, the people that thanks to a certain whistleblower we know for a fact is listening in on everything we do with our phones, which run our lives. Basically, their job is professional voyeurism of their own citizens now, are going to investigate Pokemon Go to make sure it's not spying on people. Have you guys seen the honest trailer for the Emmys yet?
No.
You should watch it. They point out how 2 of those nominated are The Veep and House of Cards, and describes both of them the exact same way as 2 shows about modern politics that are incredibly, utterly cartoonish and cartoonish, but nowhere near as hilariously cartoonish as the actual political show going on now. I don't know why this whole Pentagon thing makes me think of that. Comic book news. Pearls Before Swine was pulled recently, one of their strips, because they made an ISIS joke. Sort of. For those who didn't see the strip, one of the characters gets a call from his sister, and his sister makes a grammatical error saying somebody and me instead of somebody and I. So the character responds, I think you mean I. She goes, what do you mean? What do you mean? You mean me? Something like me? He goes, no, I, sis. I, sis. I. and the very last panel was an NSA agent with a look of sheer shock and horror on his face. This got pulled because they were making jokes about ISIS, apparently. Or the NSA, I forget which. I bring this up because censorship annoys the hell out of me. Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski has announced that he will be retiring from writing comic books, as well as really visual mediums in general, because sadly, long story short, he's going blind.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. This is the guy who gave me Rising Stars, one of the best and easily most controversial Spider-Man runs ever. It ended with One More Day. Just look it up if you don't know what it is. He did it was Superman Earth 1. I believe it was Superman Earth 1. He did that. The guy's got a good career in comics. And he brought back the Twilight Zone for 12 issues. That was fantastic. But, yeah. Okay. DC Comics has found a new way to get you to buy Watchmen. I'm guessing you guys are like me, where you're like, how many different ways can you sell this thing? There's the soft cover that never went out of print. There's the hard cover you released when the movie came out. There's the Absolute Edition that I have somewhere that a friend is borrowing for all the extra special features. Yep, they found another way. Later this year, they're going to release a brand new box set where each individual issue has its own hardcover.
Man, they're trying to get every last dime out of this.
Actually, the reason it's never been out of print is because the moment they stop printing it, the rights revert back to Alan Moore. And since it keeps selling, and now it's officially continuity. So everything else about Rebirth has been good. Let's see. We're getting a new Ghost Rider series, starting the one with the muscle car because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
An artist by the name of Scott Fullett is suing Sega, saying that they are taking advantage of 15 characters that he had created for the comic strip, and he thinks they owe him some money, which, according to copyright laws, yeah, he'd be right if that's true. And this won't mean much to you guys. One of those moments I wish John was here. But John Ostrander is doing a special by the name of War Crimes, which will be his first return to the Suicide Squad since the early 90s. And since you don't know, basically put, if it wasn't for John Ostrander and his work in the 80s and 90s, there would not be a Suicide Squad movie today. He's the one who made Amanda Waller a badass and made it so that every time we do Suicide Squad, there'd be a dead shot. Speaking of which, I just have to say, Will Smith was rocking that hat.
I have nothing against, Will Smith. But I thought he was an interesting choice for casting.
They did a better job than I was expecting. I was kind of hoping they were going to try to downplay the fact that he was a villain. But I was fully embraced it.
He did not play that character for who he was. Deadshot was a cold bastard, dude.
Deadshot's a charming bastard. This guy was a cold bastard. Like, Deadshot's only redeeming value in the comics is his daughter.
Right. Well, I think the thing is that everybody has to remember this, though. The Suicide Squad, the comics themselves, the characters were their own in that group of the Suicide Squad. Who they were in any other comic was not who they were in the Suicide comics. Because they really bring that out with Harley Quinn. I mean,
Harley Quinn is the newer edition. The important thing is, for me, Viola Davis's Amanda Waller was fucking perfect.
Oh, yeah.
When she shot her own guys because they didn't have the clearance to be in the room they were in, I was like, yeah, you're her, all right.
Yeah.
And I especially love Rick Flag's response.
I like her.
All right, let's get it over with, folks.
Let me take my hair off real quick.
The last 2 weeks, we have lost David Huddleston at age 85, the actor who played the title character in The Big Lebowski. of American Free Press Victor Thorne at the age of 54. I believe that was a suicide. Yeah, I hope people don't start cussing me out just for mentioning him. Richie Martin, age 62, the son of Dean Martin.
Martin, yeah.
This is where it hurts, folks. Age 81, Kenny Baker. For those keeping track, we have lost Ziggy Stardust. We've lost Hans Gruber. We have lost the Purple One himself, and now we've fucking lost R2-D2. And finally, at age 68,
Sorry, had to.
at age 68, famed chef, innovative chef, Michael Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling you might have a response to that, Jay. Not that you're a chef or anything.
No. Well, I mean, in early American contemporary cuisine, he brought a lot to it, making it more, I guess, convenient for people to see what that kind of art was in our industry. He took, a lot of very high class things and made it more. I mean, it made these really cool spins to very simple stuff, and made food that he liked to eat. And I think that's the same thing that every chef carries with him is to keep that youthfulness in your food. To always
make a good plate of ratatouille.
Well, I mean, that was the greatest part about him. He really pushed you to constantly go for those things. Like, one of the things when I was a kid was banana and mayonnaise sandwiches. And, like, he's always about these weird combinations and why you like these things and how you can make that into something. So every time I get into the kitchen, I always think banana and mayonnaise. And then immediately from there, I can say, I'll do whatever. I can do whatever.
Jay.
Those two things work. If those two things work, then anything can happen in a kitchen.
Jay.
Don't even say it, dude. If you've never tried a banana and mayonnaise sandwich, you are missing out, son. You're missing out.
I'm a huge horror aficionado. I'm currently going through a bit of a horror.
Oh yeah.
Some horror these days. I've watched all sorts of movies, read all sorts of books.
Don't mention that
I have
movie.
other places psychologically through my horror exposure that most people don't even know of. And yet nothing horrifies me more than the sandwich you just mentioned.
I think you should try it.
Do you have any idea how much I hate mayonnaise?
Oh, well.
What was that one thing you made me eat?
I love mayonnaise.
With the toast, the jam, the hot dog, and the cheese?
I
Okay.
hated mayonnaise before it became one of the key ingredients to my food poisoning.
Have you ever had a Monte Cristo sandwich before? You ever had a Monte Cristo?
No.
With the ham and the jam and the
It's
the
deep
cheese,
fried.
and it's delicious. It's one of my favorite sandwiches out there. But they make a very white trash version of it here in the U.S., where they use toast and jam and a fried hot dog with cheddar cheese on it, and it is.
Mine had a barley.
It is.
It's actually pretty
fucking
good.
delicious.
For some reason, it's actually tasty. I was very hesitant, but I tried it, and I was actually quite pleasantly surprised how well it worked.
That you just take home and you're like, I'm doing that one.
I don't know how stoned someone was when he came up
Part of
with
the
it.
salad. I know what shark tastes like. I've had escargot.
Oh, I love it.
You're disturbing me.
All right.
Oh god, that's a good segue to science.
Science!
That's
Now let's talk about Lugatus. No.
NASA is curious about an actual, what seems to be a total void in space. In the Milky Way, there's a section with no stars. Now, to some of you, they may be like, what's the big deal? To which I will say, look up at the sky. Like, if you ever can find a place outside of a city, look up at the sky. And notice that no matter how close those stars look, each one is literally millions, if not billions of miles apart.
Yep.
And then think about how freaky it is that there is a void large enough to be noticed.
Right.
That's a lot of space with nothing in it. That is.
I think there's nothing in it.
Yeah, something's blocking the view.
H.R. Geiger was right. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. They're out
Maybe
there.
we can find it thanks to this new quantum theory that it may be possible for living cells to actually survive a trip through a black hole, as there may actually be a theoretical back door to them.
So you're saying a wormhole of some sort?
Are you volunteering,
Some sort of
Wookie?
portal, if you will?
Look, all I'm saying is this is a mission for Matthew McConaughey.
I'm just saying, are you not counting down? What are we, 15? T minus 15 years and counting until we're going to Mars? Yeah.
You know what's going to happen if I'm on any kind of spacecraft going anywhere in space, right?
What?
I'm immediately calling somebody, probably most likely to Mom, and be like, ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go on an airplane first before I go on a spaceship? I've never been on an airplane.
We're not done with other planets yet, folks. As now it looks like, since we can get a closer look at these planets thanks to our satellites and drones and things, Venus may once have been capable of actually sustaining life. Once. Doesn't mean it actually held life. Doesn't mean it's holding life now. Just looks like once, a long time ago, life could have lived there.
Maybe that's how we got here.
Fancy.
Yeah. Also, Saturn's moon Titan has these canyons that have been flooded with, I think, methane, liquid methane, but I could be wrong. I didn't get too close a look at that one. We have learned that DNA is apparently more malleable than RNA due to the fact that it has a more complete blueprint for any living creature it's in. And excellent news here. Mefenamic acid has shown signs in test rats and test mice of actually fixing the damage caused to the brain caused by Alzheimer's. Oh, come on. We might be curing Alzheimer's, people.
Let's hope.
This is very important to me, as this is an actual fear I have of getting older.
Running the risk, brother.
I plan to live a very long life, but I have an exceptionally intelligent brain, and I don't want it to turn to mush years before I die.
All brains turn to mush.
Only if you're Egyptian. My archaeologist brothers and anthropology brothers get that one. Miscellaneous. Guys, I am going to mention some news that's so good it'll make you cry. Ohio University has put up an ATM that makes pizzas.
They're like $10 a pie.
Pizzas!
And it holds up to 70 pizzas.
Fuck flying cars! This is the future! I'm so happy!
Now here's the thing. Didn't they already have something like that in Japan already?
Europe and Japan, yeah. Oh shit, in Japan they actually have vending machines that'll sell you beer. Checks your ID and everything.
And dirty girls' underwear. Come on.
So,
Bowls of...
Okay. Stop.
And
Stop that right there. Okay, the women's underwear thing, hold it. The buying women's underwear in the vending machine thing, yes, it's true in the same way that it's true that you can buy a fleshlight in America.
Sure.
Okay, that is a back alley thing.
Not
And it's something
everything.
that is frowned upon in their own society. It's something that's solely for the perverts, even to them.
No, I wasn't saying it as a bad thing. I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they fully embrace the whole vending machine thing because they have everything.
And I am saying we need to catch up with them because I dream of the day where right next to my pizza ATM is the beer ATM.
And then right next to that one is going to be the real girl ATM. They're going to have the doll.
Jay, you are finding very, very dark places for me to go to tonight.
What the fuck? I am so... I don't even know.
that fucking thing.
I don't think it's quite as disturbing as the banana mayonnaise sandwich, but it's up there.
Yeah, go to the bathroom. That's why she's all over me.
Pixie, I do believe you may have married a supervillain.
Probably.
No, not really.
He's still in the denial phase.
I'm not.
Yes, you got the Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor, not the Kevin Spacey Lex Luthor. I personally think that's better than the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor, as, let's be frank here, Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor actually accomplished something.
Well, I mean, I thought
fucking Psycho. He played the Psycho part of it really well.
Pretty good, but I mean.
No, I'm talking about how his Lex Luthor actually had a plan that succeeded by the end of it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor has no victories. Even Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor at least got to shank Superman.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, Kevin Spacey.
And speaking of shankings, the TSA is asking people to stop trying to carry batarangs onto their planes.
Yeah. There's some sharp fucking batarangs in those pictures, man. Like, how fucking stupid are you? It is obviously going to be considered a weapon. If you're that fucking dumb to think that you can get through with that as a carry-on,
hey,
have the right to take it away.
Do not start catering to the anti-batarang lobby.
No. I'm not against them. But if you're stupid enough to try to take it on a carry-on, you have the right to fucking lose it because you're a dumbass. And you probably shouldn't have it in the first place. Because you're probably going to hurt yourself or someone else. Most likely, yourself.
What if the Joker takes over your plane? How are you supposed to defend yourself?
There's ways to get to the Joker, I'm sure. Tell him a good joke. He might make it less painful.
I'm pretty sure that'll just get you his special attention and he'll kill you faster. I mean, don't forget what happened in the Joker's favor when the guy just cussed him out casually on the street.
True. True.
Speaking of things that bring us joy, guess who performed live for the first time ever in their 40-odd-year career? Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Yeah. I fucking love Dr. Teeth.
Yeah, they went to Outside Lands. The Muppets, everyone's favorite Muppet band, played live. As far as I can tell, though, there was no repeat battle between Animal and Dave Grohl.
Oh, damn. I like Zoot.
And finally, speaking of the Joker, if you go on YouTube, you can find a fan-made short film called The Laughing Man, the Joker fan film.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
That thing was awesome. Awesome. I loved it.
But I support fan films. I thought the makeup was horrible.
Yeah, the original for the original character, but at the end I could see why they did that.
I'm just like wondering why they. Also, I don't like it when the Joker doesn't smile. That's the thing that bugs me both. I forgive it with Heath Ledger's Joker because he's got the scars on his face that's supposed to be the permanent smile. It bugged me a little with Jared Leto's Joker. And I'm one of the guys who actually kind of like Jared Leto's Joker, but it did bug me how often he didn't smile. Jack Nicholson got it perfectly. This is a character who literally has to struggle to not smile. That his face is stuck in this position. So every time someone plays the Joker and they're not smiling, it always bugs me a little bit. Hartley was awesome.
It was hot.
But yeah, I was kind of hoping that what the slight spoilery here, but I was kind of hoping that what the twist was going to be was that he would tell people you're both decide whether or not this guy lives or dies. What he doesn't tell them is that he set up the live votes to kill him and not the die votes.
Right.
Because that would have been a very Joker thing to do. But that's just me. Either way, it's out there. Watch it. Judge it for yourself. Even if I think it's the worst thing ever, I'm still going to tell you to watch it because I like fan films. I like to see more of them.
And Jared Leto,
especially on YouTube. There are some damn good fan films.
of all time.
Worst Joker of all time.
Like that one with Thomas Jane where he reprised the role as a Punisher for a short film about him doing laundry. Please tell me you guys saw Dirty Laundry.
No, I don't think I did.
You gotta see that. It's like the sequel to that Punisher movie we never got.
Gotcha.
It's wonderful and glorious. Also, there are like some really good, like, not going like with like fan specific like established property stuff, but there's some really good like science fiction and like horror short films out there. I highly recommend watching the Lights Out short film. I don't as highly recommend watching the Lights Out movie, but I definitely recommend watching the short film. It is creepy and will bother you. Anywho, that's it for this week. Go see Pete's Dragon. Go see Sausage Party. Oh, God.
Yeah, I want to see that.
We'll definitely get to that
We
one.
are the non-perishables. We are immortal.
That's funny.
It's the first 5 minutes. There's so many F-bombs, a dude calling another character a cunt, and more sexual innuendo than you find in most pornos.
See, I'm more in for the giant douche.
He's the villain. And yeah, he's just as figuratively a douche as he is literally a douche.
And who are you? I'm
a
douche.
My favorite character was Danny McBride as the honey mustard that gets returned like later in the day after he had already like been bought and went home. But the guy found it was raw mustard, so it brings it back. So it's really freaked out and traumatized.
Oh God.
Danny McBride playing a guy who realized his entire basis for reality is a fucking lie is one of the most brilliant performances in anything ever. It's great. Also, good luck recognizing Edward Norton.
I know the character that he plays, so I'll be looking for him.
Yeah, I didn't know he was even a voice in the movie until the movie itself pointed him out.
Right.
I'm not going to explain that. You'll have to watch it. Also, the scene with James Franco's character is really good. Oh, and the gum. The gum. When that character pops up, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And to answer your one question, this one spoiler I will give you, yes. The food have an orgy.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And boy, do they have an orgy.
Oh man, it sounds hot.
So yes, Suicide Squad. See it for yourself, because it's the only way you're going to know how you feel about it. I suggest going to a matinee or a 250 theater.
Yes.
Sausage Party. Definitely watch it. Definitely make sure your kids don't. Seriously, I'm not talking about the sex and the cussing. It will give them nightmares. It is horrifying to a certain extent. And Pete's Dragon. Anything that brings me tears, you should watch.
Definitely.
And, yeah, that's it. I shot my load.
Whoa.
Wow. Need a towel?
Oh, and if you haven't yet watched Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched Stranger Things yet?
We watched all of it.
We've already cleared that out.
Yeah, we couldn't even, like, we would never even fast forward through the, like, opening theme because we just sit there and, like, yeah.
Fucking opening.
Like, God damn it, Netflix. Hurry up and say you're getting a season 2. We want it. We want it.
Oh,
Give it to
it's
us now.
guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. We will be back, where I'm sure in a month from now, we will not shut up about Luke Cage.
Yay!
It'll be like the episode where we didn't shut up on Supernatural all over again, except it'll be Luke Cage.
Ooh.
Every other word, every other phrase that Jay is going to be saying is Sweet Christmas. Just watch.
Well, and I won't be able to talk Supernatural with you when that comes out because you're not caught up.
It'll be on Netflix soon.
Yep, that's what she's waiting on.
I've decided when I'm done with Star Trek, I'm then going to watch all of X-Files. because I need to be on Earth for a bit. I may or may not do something even more insane after that. I haven't decided yet. It's the kind of thing I may need to bring friends along to do.
Uh-oh.
I may or may not try to watch all of Doctor Who.
See, I knew you were going to say that, and you're fucking crazy.
In release order,
Holy shit, dude.
including the movies
Wow.
and the audio dramas.
That's dedication. How many seasons are there? How many
The
movies?
original run started went from 1963 to 1989.
Holy shit, dude. That's a long haul.
You remember that? Remember Batman Forever? The scene where, like, the Riddler is sucking up all the brain waves? That's going to be me watching Doctor Who for a while. It's like... Well, that's it. We say goodnight, everybody. I'm friendly Android Geekzoid Evan Ransom. I've been joined this week by Shixie.
Yo.
We will be back next week as we are every week, except for last week because we had weather problems. Sorry about that, folks. But we'll be back next week as we normally are, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Until then, good night.
Ooh.